good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the University of South Carolina Aiken for today's doubleheader between the visiting Lander Bearcats and the USC Aiken Pacers on Senior Day, where during the pregame ceremony we honored the three seniors on this squad: Hannah Price, Janie McCarthy, and Leah Bogosian. And speaking of seniors, Hannah Price is the starting pitcher for today's game. First pitch in there for a ball to get us started. Leading things off, Kelly McCormick for Lander. And she has a 2-0 count to start things off. And as usual, I'm Marcus Johnson presenting the play-by-play for today's game. Thanking you for joining us on a lovely Sunday. The 2-0 from Price, lofted out into the gap in right center field. That's going to go to the wall for a base hit. Hustling for second is McCormick. She will make it in there with a leadoff double.
Now batting number 21, Sydney Grimes.
I'll bring up Sydney Grimes. Runner on second with nobody out. Rest of the Pacer defense backing up Hannah Price is as follows. Catching is Janie McCarthy. Over at first base, Macy Hutto. Second base is Katie Painter. At shortstop, we have Sarah Sams, as that one is fouled off. And over at third base, Sydney Burke. In the outfield we go, Leah Bogosian patrolling center field, Courtney Strauss in left, and Holly Dahm is in right. The 0-1 outside. McCarthy hops up as she stares down McCormick on second, who was thinking about going for third. Bunted. Price backhands it, thinks about third, and turns to first, but there's no chance to catch Grimes. A infield bunt single.
Now batting number 25, Brianna Sorrento.
And now there are runners on the corners with nobody out for Brianna Sorrento, the designated player. First pitch, popped up. Right side, shallow right field, and making the catch at second base is Katie Painter. Coming home and scoring on the sacrifice fly is McCormick, and Lander is out to a 1-0 lead.
Now batting number 22, Chandler Carey.
So runner on first base with one out now, and a 1-0 lead for the Bearcats. Chandler Carey, the catcher, will dig in. Pitch on the inside corner for a call strike, 0-1. Chopper off of Sydney Burke's glove. Sarah Sams picks it up, fires to first, but is unable to get it there in time. That'll be an infield single for Carey. Good effort, though, from Sarah Sams.
Now batting number 2, Casey Rogers.
And that will bring up the first baseman, Casey Rogers. Price deals the first pitch. That one is fouled off for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Outside. Blocked at the plate by McCarthy. An even count of 1-1. Check swing. She went around, though. Chasing one out of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. fouled off the top of the Lander dugout, so we'll do it over. Again, the 1-2, that's outside. And it evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2, line foul. So again, another do-over. Fouled off again. Rogers really battling it at the plate today. Again, the 2-2, and again, driven foul. And Price deals another 2-2 pitch off of Burke's glove. She bobbles it. Might have had a play at first, but she double-checked herself. Rogers safe.
Now batting number 15, Delaney Guerrero.
They're going to credit Rogers with another infield single. Bases are loaded with 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Lander already up 1-0. Hannah Price trying to get out of a jam, and Delaney Guerrero, the right fielder, is her opponent. First pitch popped up foul territory. That's going to hit the screen just out of the reach of Macy Hutto. Pacers and Bearcats pretty even overall in terms of record. Lander coming in with a 19-25 record. Pacers a 21-25 record. Grounded, foul again, 0-2. Pacers are 12-10 at home. Lander 5-9 on the road, and only 1 game separates these two. Or sorry, 2 games separates these two in terms of conference play. Or no, it is 1 game, I think. My math is bad. Numbers are hard. Words are hard. Pitch outside for a ball, 1-2. Pacers with a 3-13 conference record. Lander with a 4-14 conference record. Pitch inside corner for a call, strike 3. And down looking for the second out goes Guerrero.
Now batting number 16, Morgan Watson.
That'll bring up the shortstop, Morgan Watson. Watson batting .265 on the year with 1 home run and 13 RBIs. First pitch to Watson missed for a ball. The 1-0. Good off-speed pitch from Price. In there for a call strike, 1-1. Grounder to first. Hutto grabs it and takes her herself to get Price out of the jam. Bases are left loaded, but the Bearcats score 1. They lead 1-0 going to the bottom of the first inning. And we are back.
Now batting number 8, Courtney Strauss.
Bottom of the first inning about to get underway. Bearcats leading the Pacers 1-0. Courtney Strauss will lead it off for USC Aiken. She's batting .269 on the year. 3 home runs and 17 RBIs. Ashley Vinson, the starting pitcher for Lander, boasting a .365 ERA. 7 wins and 13 losses in 21 starts, 25 appearances, 9 complete games, 3 shutouts. And opponents with a .261 batting average on her. First pitch to Strauss is in there for a strike. Foul tip. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch is fouled straight back, so we'll do it over. Another foul ball from Strauss. Just enough to stay alive. The 0-2. Off-speed pitch. Strauss just able to catch a piece of it. Count still, no balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff batter, Courtney Strauss. Outside, 1-2. Strauss catching a piece of that one as well, fouling it off. Good at bat from Strauss. At the very least, it would give Katie Painter, who's on deck, good feel for what Vinson's dealing. Grounded foul again. Another 1-2 pitch. This one put into the field of play. Grabbed at second and tossed to the bag. So Courtney Strauss will sit down on the 4-3 groundout.
Now batting number 23, Katie Painter.
That will bring up Katie Painter. Painter batting .272 this year, 2 homers, 25 RBIs. Check swing, grounder to first. That's a fair ball. And taking it herself was Casey Rogers. Katie Painter sits down as the second out.
Now batting number 33, Hannah Price.
Well, that will bring Hannah Price to the plate. Price, an outstanding .404 batting average on the year, 13 home runs and 45 RBIs, leading the Pacers in virtually every offensive statistical category. And the first pitch to Price is in there for a strike. The 0-1, Grounder up the middle. This will be a tough play, and it's going to end up in center field for a base hit.
Now batting number 7, Caitlin Powell.
That'll bring up Caitlin Powell. Powell having a good year at the plate, batting .326. Doesn't have any home runs, but has 11 RBIs. Slugging .407, and has a .350 on-base percentage. And in those categories, she sits right behind Hannah Price in second place. Swing and a miss, got way ahead on an off-speed pitch, 0-1. The 0-1, in there for a strike, 0-2. Another swing and a miss. Powell down on strikes for the third and final out. Pacers will leave one stranded. We will move on to the top of the second. It is still 1-0 Lander. And welcome to the top of the second inning, folks. Pacers trailing the Bearcats 1-0. Jace Benefield will lead it off for Lander. She's getting the start at third base today. Benefield batting $189 on the year with 3 RBIs. Swing and a miss on the first pitch, strike 1. My batting average isn't too high, but her on-base percentage is excellent with a .362 OBP. She pops that one up foul territory, first base side. Macy Hutto coming on and making the play for the first out.
Now batting number 27, Jamie Peisel.
Jamie Peisel will come up to the plate. Peisel getting the start in center field today. Batting .238 on the season and has 4 RBIs this year as well. First pitch missing for ball 1 from Price. Outside corner for a strike. Thought it was outside for a ball, but umpire says it nicked the corner. So 1-1. Fouled off. 1-2. The shenanigans have started up in the press box, so please ignore everything except for what I say. I know that was an attempt to brainwash everybody. The 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Fly ball, shallow center field, and Bogosian unable to make the catch despite a good effort. Sliding into second base is Pizell. She will be aboard with a one-out double. Great effort from Bogosian. Had to come in from all the way from dead center field.
Now batting number 8, Kelly McCormick.
That'll bring us to the top of the order with Kelly McCormick. Coming into the game, McCormick with a .408 average. That's gone up a little bit as she led off the inning with a double and a run scored. 3 homers and 21 RBIs this year. And she sends that one into left field for a base hit. Strauss firing it in all the way to the plate. McCarthy bobbles it. Runners coming home, and she will score. And advancing all the way to third on the play is McCormick. So she'll get aboard with a single and then advance on the throws.
Now batting number 21, Sydney Grimes.
The score now 2-0 Lander with a runner on third and 1 out. Sydney Grimes will come up to the plate. She singled her first time up. And she fouls off the first pitch for a strike. And Grimes coming in with a .330 average. Again, that's gone up with 1 homer and 13 RBIs. The 0-1. Misses high. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Fouled off, so we'll do it over. And again, the 1-2 to McCormick. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for the second out.
Now batting number 25, Brianna Sorrento.
So Brianna Sorrento to the plate. Sorrento came into the game with a .378 average. 5 home runs and 26 RBIs on the year. She had a sacrifice fly in her last plate appearance. Outside for a call strike. So it counts even at 1-1 to Sorrento. Outside for a ball, 2-1. Rocketed out to left field, hooking, foul. A lucky break for Price and the Pacers as Sorrento turned on that one and sent it deep. The 2-2. Grounded to third, but also foul. Another 2-2 from Price, and that goes off of the elbow of Sorrento. She will head on down to first base, and the inning will continue. Chandler Carey now coming to the plate.
Now batting number 22, Chandler Carey.
Berry got a single in her first at-bat. She's 1 for 1 today. Runners on the corners with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Lander leading USC Aiken 2-0. And Price's pitch is sent into right field. That'll be a base hit. 1 run scores. Ball is fired on in by Holly Dahm, and Lander now leads it 3-0.
Now batting number 2, Casey Rogers.
So Casey Rogers will step to the plate. Runners on first and second. Still 2 outs here in the inning, and she fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Rogers reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning. The 0-1 missed outside, 1-1. Lined right at Sydney Burke, who makes the catch for the third and final out. That'll do it. Top of the second comes to a close, but Lander gets 2. They lead the Pacers 3-0, moving to the bottom of the second. And we are back with the bottom of the second inning. Marcus Johnson here again. Thank you for joining us on your Sunday afternoon. Holly Dahm will lead it off for the Pacers. First pitch to Dahm is grounded foul for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Outside, 1-1. Check swing, but it's fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. High and away for a ball. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch is grounded foul again. So we'll do it over. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the count to Dahm. And the pitch on its way. She laces that one out into right field, but coming on and making the catch is Guerrero for the first out.
Now batting, number 14, Macy Hutto.
The first baseman, Macy Hutto, will come to the plate. Nobody on and 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch to Hutto is high and away for a ball, 1-0. Outside again, Hutto thought about going after it, but laid off, 2-0. And Vincent deals the 2-0, high and inside, but it just catches a corner, 2-1. The 2-1. Hutto has a fly ball out to right field. Guerrero again making the catch and almost stumbling over her own 2 feet, but she stays upright and holds onto the ball for the second out.
Now batting, number 30, Sydney Burke.
That brings up Sydney Burke. 2 outs and nobody on for Burke as she digs in. First pitch check swing, they'll say she went 0-1. The 0-1. Another swing and a miss, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, another swing and a miss. Burke down on strikes for the third and final out. A 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the second. Top of the third coming up. Pacers trailing 3-0. And the top of the third inning getting underway of USC Aiken softball, presented by Tyler's Tire and Auto Center and the South Carolina Education Lottery. When you play the South Carolina Education Lottery, you're not only taking a chance, you're giving a chance. Guerrero fouls off the first pitch from Price for strike 1 to start off the third. Fouled off again, 0-2. The 0-2. A fly ball out into center field. Bogosian is there. And she will make the catch for the first out.
Now batting number 16, Morgan Watson.
I'll bring up Morgan Watson. Watson grounded out to first, her first time up. And the first pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0. And a base hit out into left field for Watson.
Now batting number 14, Jace Benefield.
That'll bring up Jace Benefield. Benefield is 0 for 1. She popped out in foul territory her first time up. Runner on first base with 1 out here in the third. She sends that one out into right field. Dom going back, and she will make the catch for the second out. Runner tags, and Watson makes it over to second on the play.
Now batting number 27, Jamie Pizell.
Jamie Pizell. Jamie Pizell will come up to the plate. Now 2 outs and a runner on second base. Pizell doubled and scored. First pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Change up in the strike zone, 1-1. Fly ball high into the sky, center field. Bogosian tracking it and making the catch for the third and final out. Lander held scoreless as we move on to the bottom of the third inning. Pacers coming to bat trailing 3-0. And into the bottom of the third inning we go. Janie McCarthy will lead it off for the Pacers. And if you missed her home run call the other day at baseball, you're missing out. So definitely go to YouTube and watch that game. USC Aiken versus Flagler, game 1. In the second inning, Connor Durden led off first pitch home run, and it was a fantastic call by Janie McCarthy on the broadcast. First pitch to her, however, is outside for ball 1. Let's see if she can follow in the footsteps of Connor Durden and crank one out of here. The 1-0. High and inside for a ball, 2-0. Fouls it off, 2-1. Popped it up behind the plate. And it's going to be off the glove of the catcher, Carey, for strike number 2. And McCarthy will get another swing on a lucky break there. And McCarthy again fouls it off. Count staying at 2-2. And again, the 2-2 from Vincent. She swings and misses at it. McCarthy down on strikes for the first out.
Now batting number 1, Leah Bogosian.
That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Leah Bogosian. 1 out and nobody on. Swing and a miss on the first pitch, strike 1. The 0-1, Bogosian shows bunt. She offered at it. 0-2. Fouled straight back. And it somehow manages to avoid the folks in the stands. And a swing and a miss. Bogosian down on strikes for the second out.
Now batting number 8, Courtney Strauss.
That will bring Courtney Strauss back to the plate. Strauss grounded out her first time up. And she fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. The 0-1, laced on out into right field. That's going to be a fair ball. Strauss will head for second as the ball is bobbled. She may have a chance at third. She's going full steam for the bag, and she slides in safe. That'll be a double for Courtney Strauss and an advance to third on the...
Now batting number 23, Katie Painter.
Katie Painter will come up. Runner on third base with 2 outs. Chance for the Pacers to chip away at the lead. And Painter swings and misses. Strike 1. Painter grounded out her first time up. Good pitch in there for a strike. 0-2. High and away for a ball. 1-2. Painter just catches a piece of that one. Keeps the count frozen at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Outside, ball 2, 2-2. The 2-2 from Vincent is high, full count to Katie Painter. Painter sends that one to right field, and making a fantastic catch was Guerrero to steal a base hit and an RBI away from Katie Painter. Pacers leave one stranded. We're going off to the top of the 4th. It is still 3-0 Lander. And we enter the top of the 4th inning with the Bearcats leading the Pacers 3-0. Top of the order due up for Lander with Kelly McCormick, who is 2 for 2, a single, a double, and 2 runs scored. And the first pitch is on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Grounded through the left side for a base hit. McCormick now 3 for 3 on the day.
Now batting number 21, Sydney Grimes.
Brings up Sydney Grimes. Grimes is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Runner takes off, pitches outside corner for a strike. The throw down to second is not in time. So a stolen base for McCormick. Show a bunt, and bunted foul, 0-2. Fouled off on a pitch high and away, out of play, avoiding any cars that were out there. Low and away, ball gets away from McCarthy. Advancing to third is McCormick. So now runner on third with nobody out. And a 1-2 count at the plate to Grimes. Chopper. Price flips to first, not in time.
Now batting number 25, Brianna Sorrento.
A run scores on the play. Brianna Sorrento up to the plate. They're going to credit Grimes with a base hit on that play. No guarantee. First pitch is low to Sorrento for a ball. Again, misses low. 2-0. And there's been a substitution at first base at the start of this inning. Caroline Cockrell has taken over for Macy Hutto over at first base. And Hutto is over at third base. Ball gets away again. Heading for third and making it in there was Grimes. She was going on the throw, but then the throw went wild. So Sydney Grimes goes from first to third in one pitch. So 3 balls and no strikes, the count to Sorrento. Runner on third again. Still nobody out here in the top of the fourth, and it is a 4-0 ball game in favor of the Lander Bearcats. And therefore, strike 3-1. Lofted out into right field. That'll be a fair ball. Coming home and scoring is Grimes, and making it into second base is Sorrento. So it's an RBI double for the Bearcat designated player, and they now lead the Pacers 5-0.
Now batting number 22, Chandler Carey.
So Chandler Carey will dig in, runner on second. Still nobody out here in the fourth. Pitch in the dirt. McCarthy blocks it, though. So Sorrento will stay put at second. Carey is 2 for 2 today, has a pair of singles on the afternoon. Lined into right field. That'll be a base hit as it's a fair ball. Rounding third and coming home is Sorrento. Sliding into second is Carey. It is an RBI double for Chandler Carey. And the Bearcats now lead it 6-0. Still nobody out and still a runner on second.
Now batting number 2, Casey Rogers.
So digging in Casey Rogers. Pitch missed low for a ball. 2-0. Rogers 0 for 2 today. Ground ball backhanded by Sam. She knocks it down, but she's unable to corral it. That'll be an infield single for Casey Rogers. Staying at second base, though, is Chandler Carey.
Now batting number 15, Delaney Guerrero.
That will bring up Delaney Guerrero. Runners on first and second. Still nobody out. Guerrero 0 for 2 today. And we're going to have a little meeting in the circle now as head coach Jerry Snyder comes out to talk with his squad. We're going to take a short break. Be right back. Again, we are back. Enterprise staying in there. Delaney Guerrero up to the plate. 2 on and nobody out here in the 4th inning. Lays down a bunt right in front of the plate. It's a fair ball, and McCarthy has no play. So Guerrero's safe at first.
16, Morgan Watson.
Bases are loaded for Morgan Watson. Watson 1 for 2 today with a single. I'm going to credit Guerrero with a fielder's choice on that one. Pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Inside corner, 0-2. Reaches out, gets a hold of that, but fouls it off. Count stays at 0-2. Another foul ball. Watson chasing some pitches well outside the zone. In there for a call, strike 3. Watson down looking for the first out.
Now batting number 14, Jace Benefield.
And now Jace Benefield will come up to the plate. Benefield 0 for 2 today. Runners, bases loaded actually. Pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. Reaches out and fouls that one off. 1-1. Base hit into left field. That'll score at least one. Coming home is Rogers. She will score. It is an RBI single for Jace Benefield, and Lander has taken an 8-0 lead here in the 4th.
Now batting number 27, Jamie Pizell.
Jamie Pizell up to the plate now. Runners on first and second. pitch in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away. McCarthy fires to third, and that one is not in time. So runners advancing. Now on second and third. Fouled off out of play. And that ball just missing some cars, but if you have Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance as your insurance provider for your cars, you don't have to worry about the ball coming to hit you, because I'm sure they will be able to handle any claim you have. Swing and a miss. Pizell down on strikes for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 8, Kelly McCormick.
That brings up Kelly McCormick. McCormick having an excellent day at the plate. 3 for 3, 2 singles, a double, 3 runs scored, and a stolen base. Runner still on second and third with 2 outs now. And she sends that into the gap in right center field to the wall. That will clear the bases. McCormick hustling for second, and she will make it in there. A stand-up 2 RBI double. And Lander now up to a commanding 10-0 lead.
Now batting number 21, Sydney Grimes.
Now Sydney Grimes back up to the plate. 2 for 3 today, 2 singles, and a run scored. Runner on second. Still 2 outs. First pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Low and away, McCarthy scoops it up. 1-1. Misses again, low. 2 balls and a strike. Fouled out of play. 2-2. Again, that one getting near some cars. But if softball does make contact with your car, you can count on proud sponsors of USC Aiken Athletics, Tyler's Tire and Auto, to take care of the repairs. Ball ends up at the back netting on a wild pitch. McCormick advances to third. And the count is full to Sydney Grimes at the plate. Sent on out into left field. Strauss diving and unable to make the catch, but it was in foul territory. So we will just do the 3-2 over. Swings on a pitch inside, and would have been ball 4 if not making contact with her. So again, redo the 3-2. And Price deals. Fouled off again. And another foul ball from Grimes. She is battling at the plate. Little looper. And making the catch on the run is Katie Painter to end the top of the fourth. But 7 runs score for Lander. They lead the Pacers 10-0, moving to the bottom of the fourth. And the bottom of the fourth inning getting underway of USC Aiken softball, presented by Aiken Flooring. You can stand on us, and Aiken Fish House, just located just off of Whiskey Road. Southern style seafood served up with some southern hospitality, and if you can say that 5 times fast, maybe I'll pay for your lunch. And I said maybe there, so you can't hold that to me. It's not a legally binding contract. It's only if I feel like it. Hannah Price is leading off for the Pacers. She's 1 for 1 today with a single. She grounds one slowly to short. Watson fires to first and gets it there in time to beat out Hannah Price for the first out.
Now batting number 7, Caitlin Powell.
That'll bring Caitlin Powell to the plate. Powell struck out her first time up. Nobody on and 1 out here in the fourth. First pitch outside for ball 1. Grounder to first, grabbed by Rogers, and she takes it herself for the second out.
Now batting number 2, Holly Dahm.
The right fielder, Holly Dahm, will come up to the plate. 2 outs and nobody on. Bottom of the fourth inning. And Dahm grounds that one foul for strike 1. Another foul ball and a diving stop over there by Jace Benefield. A couple nice defensive stops in a row, but all for nothing as it just resulted in some exciting strikes. Misses high, 1-2. And another ground ball foul by Dahm. She's ripping them down that third base side. Just can't straighten them out, though. Outside corner for a call, strike 3. Dom down looking for the third out. A 1-2-3 bottom of the fourth. Off to the fifth inning we go. Lander leads USC Aiken 10-0. And the top of the fifth inning getting underway. Marcus Johnson here. Again, thanking you for joining us for USC Aiken softball. Brianna Sorrento will lead it off. She is 1 for 1 today. A sacrifice fly, an RBI double, hit by a pitch, and a run scored. Pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Change up into the middle of the plate, 1-1. The 1-1. Outside for a ball, 2-1. Fouled off, 2-2. Ground ball to third. Macy Hutto with it. Fires to first, and a nice scoop from Caroline Cockrell for the first out.
Now batting number 22, Chandler Carey.
Brings Chandler Carey to the plate. 3 for 3, 2 singles, a double, and a run scored to go with 2 RBIs. And she pops it up into right field. And there to make the catch is Holly Dom for the second out.
Now batting number 2, Casey Rogers.
So Casey Rogers to the plate. Rogers is 1 for 3 today with a single and a run scored. Fouled off, out of play, strike 1. Ground ball to second. Knocked down by Painter. The throw to first is just barely not in time. Rogers will reach on the E4.
Now batting number 15, Delaney Guerrero.
Delaney Guerrero to the plate now. And they're going to have a pinch hitter come in for Lander. Summer Parentoni coming up to bat. She will pinch it for Guerrero.
Now batting number 13, Summer Parentoni.
First pitch missing for ball 1. Guerrero was 0 for 3, reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run her last time up. Swing and a miss. Count evens up at 1-1. The 1-1. Low and way, 2-1. Change up, grounded slowly to third. Hutto with it. Throws it to first and gets it there for the third and final out. We are moving on to the bottom of the 5th inning. Pacers trailing 10-0. And we'll be back in just a bit. And welcome to the bottom of the 5th inning. Pacers down 10-0 to the Lander Bearcats. Macy Hutto will lead it off. She is 0 for 1 today. And the first pitch to Hutto is a swing and a miss for strike 1. Another swing and a miss. Count 0-2. Hutto reaches out and grounds it slowly to second. Quick throw to first is in time. And Hutto will sit down as the first out.
Now batting number 15, Caroline Cockrell.
That will bring up Caroline Cockrell in for Sydney Burke, who struck out in her only at-bat of the day. First pitch to Cockrell is very high for ball 1. Ball is low and inside, 2-0. Ground ball to the right side. And a soft toss over to first base from the second baseman, Grimes. And Cockrell sits down as the second out.
Now batting number 3, Janie McCarthy.
And Janie McCarthy will dig in 2 outs and nobody on. McCarthy, the last hope for the Pacers. First pitch to McCarthy, and she grounds it foul for strike one. And McCarthy fouls that one off as well, 0-2. Pacers down to their final strike. High and inside for a ball. 1-2. Swing and a miss. McCarthy down on strikes, and that will do it. Game one is in the books as the run rule is in effect. We'll take about a 25-minute break before we get started with game two, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a bit. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 starting up between the Pacers and the Bearcats of Lander. Lander took Game 1 in 5 innings by a score of 10-0. Caroline Cockrell getting the start. Cockrell will face off against Kelly McCormick. McCormick had an excellent Game 1, going 4 for 4, 2 doubles, 2 singles, 3 runs scored. 1-0 count to start things off here in Game 2. And Lander with the exact same lineup. Pacers shifted things around a little bit. Pitch low and away for a ball, 2-0. Line foul, 2-1. Now 2 balls and 1 strike to McCormick. Cockrell deals. Ground ball through the left side for a base hit. McCormick, 5 hits today over 2 games. Pacers cannot solve her. Sydney Grimes will step up to the plate now. Grimes a successful Game 1, 2 for 4. 2 singles and a run scored. Runner on first base. Nobody out. Top of the first inning. Pitch outside. 1-0. Pacer defense for Game 2. Caitlin Powell catching for Caroline Cockrell. Hannah Price at first. Katie Painter at second. Sarah Sams at short. Macy Hutto at third. Deja Robinson in right. Holly Dahm in center. And Courtney Strauss in left. A throw down to second from Powell. Not in time. Sarah Sams trying to plead her case. Ball just got there a split second too late, so McCormick, with a stolen base, moves a runner into scoring position. Lays down a bunt. Powell picks it up, fires it down to first, and gets it there in time for the first out. But the sacrifice is successful as McCormick advances to third on the play.
Now batting number 25, Brianna Sereno.
As a sacrifice bunt 2-4 in your scorebooks. Brianna Sorrento, the DP, up to bat. Ground ball past a diving Hutto and into left field for a base hit. That will score McCormick. It's an RBI single. And Lander strikes early once again here in the first inning.
Now batting number 22, Chandler Carey.
That will bring up Chandler Carey, the catcher. Carey had a 3 for 4 day, including a run scored. First pitch missing for ball 1. Inside corner for a strike. 1-1. Grounded foul, 1-2. Outside for a ball. 2-2. Count is evened up. Fly ball foul territory, third base side. That's going to end up out of play off the top of the Lander dugout. Count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes to carry. Grounded foul again. Macy Hutto grabs it just in case. Little blooper, shallow right field. Deja Robinson coming over and making the catch for the second out.
Now batting number 2, Casey Rogers.
Casey Rogers, the first baseman, will now step up to the plate. First pitch just misses outside despite a nice framing from Caitlin Powell. The umpire was not buying what she was selling, 1-0. Ground ball to first, and Price picks it up and just touches the bag for the third and final out. 1 run scores. It is 1-0 Lander as we move on to the bottom of the first. And the bottom of the first inning will start on up. Marcus Johnson here. Thank you for joining us for Game 2 between the Pacers and the Bearcats. Courtney Strauss, the left fielder, will start things off for the Pacers, facing off against Abby Killian. Pacers down 1-0 here. Swing and a miss on the first pitch, strike 1. The 0-1. High fly ball. Left side. And that will be caught right on the foul line for the first out. brings up Holly Dawn. First pitch is in there for a strike to Holly Dawn. Popped up behind the plate. That'll end up out of play. 0-2. Grounded just foul down the third base side, so we'll do it over. The 0-2. Sent out into center field. Coming over and making the catch was Jamie Pizell.
Now batting number 33, Hannah Price.
That brings up Hannah Price. Nobody on and 2 out. Here in the bottom of the first inning. Grounded through the left side for a base hit. Hannah Price with a 2-out single keeps the inning alive for the Pacers. That will bring up the catcher, Caitlin Powell.
Now batting number 7, Caitlin Powell.
First pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. Ripped foul and out of play right towards the parking lot. So, folks, if you're in the stands, make your calls to Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance to check on your insurance claim, or if the worst came to pass, go ahead and head on down to Tyler's Tire and Auto Center for repairs. Both of them are proud sponsor of USC Aiken softball and USC Aiken athletics as a whole. Ground ball right back to the circle. Killian tosses it to first and Powell down for the third out. Pacers leave a runner stranded. We're moving on to the second. It is still 1-0 Lander. And we are back with the top of the second inning. Leading things off for Lander is Delaney Guerrero, the right fielder. First pitch missing for ball one. And we're going to have a special treat for you listeners, considering this is the last softball game of the year. We, here at USC Aiken Athletics, are going to give you the winning lottery numbers for the South Carolina Education Lottery. And when you play that South Carolina Education Lottery, you're not only taking a chance, you're giving a chance. Count is even to 1-1 on Guerrero. Grounded to third, Hutto with it. She fires it to Price at first for the first out.
Now batting number 16, Morgan Watson.
Morgan Watson will dig in the shortstop. Nobody on, one out here in the second. Ground ball to short, Sams with it. Fires it to first, and Price can't come up with it. And the ball ends up in the Pacer dugout. That'll be an E6 on the play. Watson advancing to second on the throwing error.
Now batting number 14, Jace Benefield.
Jace Benefield digging in, third baseman for today's game. Runner on second with one out. And she pops one up out into deep left field. Making the catch is Courtney Strauss with a nice throw in to hold the runner at second base. Some big defense there from the Pacer left fielder.
Now batting number 27, Jamie Pizell.
Jamie Pizell, the center fielder, coming to the plate now. Still a runner on second base with two outs. First pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. And the rules for game two apply for game one apply to game two. I am the only one you should be listening to. Background noises should be ignored. Pitch on the inside corner for a strike, 1-1. And no matter how many times those voices say that we are fun, please continue to ignore them. And the 1-1 misses, 2-1 the count. Ladies and gentlemen, you are missing an absolute show. We have interpretive dance up here, stand-up routines, sneezing, coughing, itchy throat. It's flu season again. Count is even at 2-2 on Pizell. Just misses low and away, full count. Some good pitches from Cockrell. Just can't get the chase or the call. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice off-speed pitch. No, it was not a miss. It was a foul ball. There are many distractions up here. That is why it's hard to call this game. Again, the 3-2. This is a chopper up the middle. Sams grabs it, fires it to first, and again, the throw is off. Coming home to score is Watson. Would have been hard-pressed to get the ball there in time anyway.
Now batting number 8, Kelly McCormick.
So a run scores on the E6. Score now 2-0 Lander. Kelly McCormick will come back to the plate. Single, a stolen base, and a run scored. And she sends one out into center field. Going back and making the catch up against the wall was Holly Dahm for the third and final out. Lander gets another run, though. It is a 2-0 lead Bearcats as we move on to the second. And we're back with the bottom of the second inning. And at the end of this inning, we will give you those winning lottery numbers for the South Carolina Education Lottery. That is right. We here at Pacer Athletics can see the future, but we're being very generous in giving you the winnings. 2-0 is your score. Lander leading the Pacers. Katie Painter digging in. First pitch is high for a ball, 1-0. On the corner, 1-1. Line into left field. That'll be a base hit. Katie Painter with a leadoff single takes a big turn at first base. But she will stay put right where she is.
Now batting number 15.
Caroline Cockrell will come up to the plate now. Runner on first with nobody out. Pitch inside and low for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. Runner takes off, but Cockrell bunts it foul. So it counts even at 1-1. And Painter will head on back to first base. Pitch was high and inside for a ball, 2-1. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Cockrell. Check swing, foul ball out of play. Count stays full. And that one made contact with the car. Ground ball to third. They'll throw it to second for 1, and no throw to first. Cockrell reaches safely to avoid the double play.
Now batting number 21, Deja Robinson.
We'll bring up Deja Robinson. Runner on first, still 1 out. Swing and a miss on the first pitch, strike 1.
Who's center field? Right now. Who's in? Oh, shit.
The 0-1, right down the middle for a strike, 0-2. Fouled off and caught behind the plate. by Chandler Carey for the second out.
Now batting number 14, Macy Hutto.
Brings up Macy Hutto. Runner still on first base with 2 outs for Hutto. And she swings right through the first pitch, strike 1. Fouled off. And the count is 0-2. Swing and a miss. Hutto down on strikes for the third and final out. Pacers leave a runner stranded. We are moving on to the top of the third. It is still 2-0 Lander. And we are back with the top of the third inning. Sydney Grimes will lead it off. However, we have those winning numbers for you. Ground ball to short. Sams bobbles it, and Grimes reaches on an E6 to start things off. Well, a bit of a somber note to give you the numbers, but here they are. Your winning South Carolina Educational Lottery numbers
Now batting number 25, Brianna Sorrento.
are 33, 1, 3, 42, 27, and 16. Or 13. That one was a hazy one as we looked into the crystal ball. Throw down to second on the steal attempt will not be in time. So Sydney Grimes gets a stolen base. Count is 1-0 at the plate to Brianna Sorrento. Sorrento singled her first time up. Inside corner for a strike, 1-1. Ball in the dirt, 2-1. Low and away for a ball, 3-1. Popped up to the circle, and Cockrell makes the catch. Hutto came charging in there and didn't think she heard Cockrell make the call for it, or if Cockrell even made the call for it. But no harm, no foul. A fly out to...
Now batting number 22, Chandler Carey.
Fly out to Cockrell, and that brings up Chandler Carey.
So how am I going to... Should I just... Can you send me a picture of it then? I could deposit it? Maybe?
Here's a slow ground ball to second. Throw to first is in time. And they're two away. Advancing to third on the play was Grimes, however.
Now batting number 2, Casey Rogers.
Casey Rogers will step up to the plate now. Rogers grounded out to first her first time up. Run around third with 2 outs here for the Bearcats as the first pitch. This is outside for a ball, 1-0. That one will hit her right on the hip. And a hit batter will continue the inning.
Now batting number 15, Delaney Guerrero.
Delaney Guerrero up to the plate now. Grounded out to third her first time up. Runners on the corners with 2 outs here in the third. Fouls that one off, 0-1.
Stop sweating. Just in case you're wondering.
Line right to third and grabbed by Macy Hutto for the third and final out. 2 are left stranded. We're going to the bottom of the third inning. It is still 2-0 Lander. Bottom of the third inning getting underway of USC Aiken softball. Presented by Aiken Flooring. Aiken Flooring, you can stand on us. And the Aiken Fish House, just located off of Whiskey Road. Southern style seafood served up with some southern hospitality. Stop on in and tell them Pacer Sports sent you. Sarah Sams will lead it off here in the bottom of the third. Pacers down 2-0 to Lander. And Sams goes after the first pitch and rips it foul for strike 1. First pitch high, second pitch high and away, 1-1. The 1-1, swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch, 1-2. 1-2. Misses high, 2-2.
Is that what you're gonna say about me? I'm just kidding. You're like, no, she's crazy.
The 2-2. Misses high, full count.
2-2-2.
Popped up foul territory, first base side, and that one will go off the top of the netting. The count remains full. Sarah Sams will get another swing. And another high fly ball foul. That one also ends up out of play. Sam's battling at the plate. Fly ball to center field this time. Bizel is there, and she makes the catch for the first out.
Now batting number 8, Courtney Strauss.
And we're back to the top of the order with Courtney Strauss. She flew out to left field her first time up. One out with nobody on here in the third. Good changeup in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 is a fly ball out to center field. Bizel tracking it, and she will make the catch again for the second out.
Now batting number 2, Holly Dom.
That'll bring up Holly Dom. 0-for-1, she flew out to center her first time up. First pitch, check swing, looper to first, and it is grabbed out of the air by Casey Rogers for the third and final out. A 1-2-3 inning. We're going on to the fourth. Lander still up 2-0. And the top of the fourth inning getting underway. Marcus Johnson here. Again, thanking you for joining us this afternoon or evening, whichever you would prefer. Is it 5:30? Kind of borderline moment now.
I meant dinner. I said lunch.
First pitch is grounded to short. Sams bobbles it. Cockrell picks it up, but there is no play there. So Morgan Watson reaches.
Now batting number 14, Jace Benefield.
They're going to actually score that one an infield single, calling that one a bit too tough to handle. So Jace Benefield will step up to the plate. Runner on first base with nobody out. It was the fourth inning where Lander did all their damage in the last game. Going to be bunted right in front of the plate. Powell fires it over to Katie Painter, who is covering the bag at first for the first out, but the bunt is successful.
Now batting number 27, Jamie Pizell.
That brings up Jamie Pizell. Reached on an error her first time up. Runner on second with one out. Swing and a miss on the first pitch, strike one. Ground ball to short. Sams picks it up, fires it to first for the second out.
Now batting number 8, Kelly McCormick.
Kelly McCormick up to the plate now. 1 for 2 with a single, a stolen base, and a run scored. She flew out to center her last time up. Runner on third with 2 outs here in the top of the fourth inning. Ground ball to short, backhanded by Sams. She picks it up, but she's not going to have a play. That'll be an infield single for McCormick.
Now batting number 21, Sydney Grimes.
Runner scores on the play. That's an RBI infield single for McCormick. And are now leading 3-0. First pitch to Sydney Grimes, missed for a ball. Runner takes off, lined into center field. That'll be a base hit. Going for third, and not making it was McCormick. A great throw from Holly Dahm to nab McCormick at third base for the third and final out. 1 run scores, however. It is 3-0. Lander moving to the bottom of the fourth inning. Hannah Price will lead off the bottom of the fourth inning. Price with a single today, 1 for 1. Abby Killian set to deal the first pitch to Price, and that one is on the inside corner for a strike. The 0-1. A little looper to second. Easy grab there for Grimes for the first out.
Now batting number 7, Caitlin Powell.
I'll bring up Caitlin Powell. Grounded out to the circle her first time up. First pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. Fly ball. Right side in foul territory and just out of the reach of Delaney Guerrero, who made a diving effort for it, but it'll just be a strike to even the count at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. Caitlin Powell with a 1-out single. That will bring up Katie Painter.
Now batting number 23, Katie Painter.
Katie Painter, who managed to single her first time up today. Singled against her former team as she transferred over here from Lander. And the first pitch to Painter is high and away for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. Lays down a bunt. Mishandled in the circle, and Painter will be safe. Everybody is safe on the bunt attempt from Katie Painter, and the Pacers have runners on first and second with 1 out.
15, Caroline Cockrell.
So Caroline Cockrell will step up to the plate, reach down a fielder's choice, and has a chance to help out her own cause here with 2 on and 1 out. Fouls it straight back for strike 1. Slow ground ball to short. This is going to be a tough play. The throw to first is not in time. Caroline Cockrell beats it out with a slow infield single. And the bases are loaded for the Pacers.
Now batting number 21, Deja Robinson.
Deja Robinson in a huge spot here. Popped out behind the plate. Looks like Coach Snyder might want to make a couple of adjustments as the Bearcats meet in the circle. We're going to take a short break. Be right back. We are back. Hannah Hyder has come into pinch run for Hannah Price at first base. It's bases loaded for Deja Robinson. I'm sorry, for Caroline Cockrell, not Hannah Price. Deja Robinson's first pitch is in there for a strike. And Robinson popped out in foul territory her first time up. And she fouls one off again, this time out of play, 0-2. Robinson rips it foul and out of play again. Turned on that one just a split second too early. And the 0-2 to Robinson. A little blooper. Running catch there by the shortstop Watson for the second out. Bring up Macy Hutto. Bases still loaded with 2 outs. Pacers trying to do some damage here.
Now batting number 14, Macy Hutto.
Hutto is 0 for 1 today. And she fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. The 0-1. Popped it up. Near short. Right behind the circle. And that one will be caught for the third and final out. Pacers leave the bases loaded. We are moving on to the 5th inning. It is still 3-0 Lander. And so we go to the top of the 5th inning. Pacers trailing the Bearcats 3-0. And Brianna Sorrento leading it off for Lander. Sorrento 1 for 3 with an RBI today. First pitch is outside for a ball. Inside, 2-0. Hitting the air, foul territory. That'll end up in the grass for a strike, 2-1. The 2-1. Turned on and fouled off again, 2-2. Ball in the dirt. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. Ground ball up the middle. That'll get through for a base hit. Leadoff single for Sorrento. Here in the
Now
fifth.
batting number 22, Chandler Carey.
Brings up the catcher, Chandler Carey. Carey 0 for 2 today. Although it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner coming in for Sorrento. Looks like that's going to be Abby Harris, number 12.
Number 12, Abby Harris as a pinch runner.
So Abby Harris pinch running for Sorrento. Chandler Carey is at the plate, trying to hold it together up here. Trying to lay down a bunt is Carey, but it'll end up foul for strike 1. The 0-1. Now they show a bunt low and away for a ball, though, as the bunt's pulled back. Here's the 1-1. Bunted beautifully as Cockrell was out of position. That'll be an infield single for Chandler Gray, and runners on first and second with nobody out. Sorry, Chandler Carey. I was corrected by our PA announcer.
Now batting number 2, Casey Rogers.
The All-American PA announcer. They do have an All-American category for public address announcers now. Casey Rogers will step up to the plate now. First pitch missing for a ball, 1-0. Rogers was hit by a pitch in her last plate appearance. She's also 0 for 1 today on a groundout. And the pitch misses outside, 2-0. Show a bunt. And I'm going to see if she offered at it, and the appeal down to third says she did. So the count moves to 2-1 on Rogers. Another show of bunt. And another offer at it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Count is evened up. High and inside. Ball 3, and the count is full. Outside, ball 4. That will load up the bases with a walk to Casey Rogers.
Now batting number 15, Delaney Guerrero.
Lainey Guerrero to the plate now, 0 for 2 today. She lined out to third in her last at-bat. Bases loaded, nobody out. Top of the 5th inning. Lander leading USC Aiken 3-0. And that one is hit in the air, foul territory, and out of play. Bearcats trying to do some serious damage here. And they have an opportunity to. Ball's in the dirt, 1-1. Soft fly ball. Sam's going back, and she bobbles it, but she makes the catch for the first out. A little scary moment there, but Sams holds on to the ball long enough to record the out. Bases still loaded for Morgan Watson with 1 out. Watson, 1 for 2, has reached on an error, singled, and has scored 2 runs. Fouled off. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, lined into center field. That'll be a base hit. 1 run will score. They'll hold everybody up at just 1 more bag. It is an RBI single for Morgan Watson, and Lander now leads it 4-0.
Now batting number 14, Jace Benefield.
Brings up Jace Benefield. Bases still loaded with 1 out. Benefield is 0 for 2 today. I'm sorry, 0 for 1. One of those outs was a bunt, and she sends that one into left field. Strauss reaches out for it. She can't get it. Ball will go to the wall. 1 run scores. Another run coming home. As Rogers scores, it's a 2 RBI double for Benefield. And Lander now with a 6-0 lead.
Now batting number 27, Jamie Pizell.
Jamie Pizell will step on up. 0 for 2 today, reached on an error and grounded out. First pitch low and away for a ball, 1-0. Fouled off, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Low and inside. 2-1. Fouled straight back. Out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Counts evened up. Outside, ball 3, full count. And the 3-2 pitch. Turned foul. Do it over. Here's a chopper to second. Throw to first is in time. A run scores, however. 7-0 now the Lander lead on the RBI groundout from Jamie Pizell.
Now batting number 8, Kelly McCormick.
Brings up Kelly McCormick. McCormick is 2 for 3 today with 2 singles, a stolen base, and a run scored. First pitch is outside for a ball. 1-0. Fouled off. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is outside. Powell does a nice job reaching out to grab that. Definitely saves a run. Missed high. 3 balls, 1 strike to McCormick. Definitely been a very dangerous hitter today. 7 hits between these 2 games in 8 at-bats. And she fouls it off to make the count full. And the 3-2 pitch, fouled straight back. We'll do it over. Sent on out into right field. That's over the head of Deja Robinson. That will score a run. Hustling into second base is McCormick with an RBI 2-out double. And Lander now leads it 8-0.
Now batting number 21, Sydney Grimes.
So Sydney Grimes to the plate. Grimes 1 for 3 today. Ground ball to third. Hutto has some trouble with it, and she doesn't have a play. Everybody will be safe on the E5.
Now batting number 25, Brianna Sereno.
Brianna Sorrento up to bat. Serrano up with a 2-3 day. 2 singles and 1 pop out. Runners on the corners with 2 outs here in the bottom or the top of the 5th inning. 8-0 is your score. And the first pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0. Popped up. Left side, right on the line, and that one will be caught by Hutto for the 3rd and final out. 5-run score, though, in the top of the 5th inning. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. Pacers down 8-0. Bottom of the 5th inning getting underway. Sarah Sams will lead it off for the Pacers as they trail Lander 8-0. New pitcher in the circle, Lexi Griffin has taken over for Abby Killian. First pitch to Sams is low and inside for a ball, 1-0. Sams 0 for 1 today. Inside corner for a strike, 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sams. Sams, another swing and a miss. The throw down to first will put her away for the first out. I'll bring up Courtney Strauss.
Now batting number 8, Courtney Strauss.
Strauss 0 for 2. 2 flyouts, 1 to left field, 1 to center field. And Strauss grounds the first pitch foul for strike 1. Good off-speed pitch in there for a strike, 0-2. Line to second and caught by Grimes for the second out. That'll bring up Holly Dahm.
Now batting number 2, Holly Dahm.
Dahm is 0 for 2 today. And she grounds the first pitch slowly to second. The toss to first, and that will do it. This one is over in 5 as Lander takes game 2 by a score of 8-0 to complete the sweep of the Pacers here in the season finale. But we would like to thank all of you for sticking with us for this entire season, and on behalf of all of USC Aiken Athletics, thank you, and we will see you next year.